There's a group of professions of people that you don't want to fight, and truckers are one of them. Truckers fighting AB5. You're watching Unbillable. On this vlog, what I really try to do is talk about current events, legal issues, legal matters that come up, things that I kind of find interesting, and present them in a way that might be a little more entertaining. I don't know, maybe thumbs up, thumbs down, I don't know. The point is, I talked about a law that was coming, AB5. I mean, it's here. Back when I made this video, I think about 12 weeks ago, the law was set to be coming January 1st. We're now way after January 1st, so the law is here. At the time, I, like many others, suspected AB5, the attack on independent contractors. We'll link to the original episode, of course. But I thought the main thing and the main issue was going to be Uber, Lyft, and the gig economy. I mean, people are calling this the gig worker law, the law for the gig economy. And then we posted this video, and we don't get that many comments normally, and all of a sudden we started getting a lot of comments. And one of the comments we got on the AB5 video was about trucking and the trucking industry. And then it never really had dawned on me about all those truckers who are independent contractors and how it would affect them. It's like, I thought about sort of the more obvious thing, DoorDash, Lyft, Uber, the short rides where people take me around, but I didn't think about the long distance, the long haul truckers, the people who are taking products, whether it's like strawberries or garlic, or I don't know, maybe even like large pieces or small pieces of stone across the state, the country. The truckers are going to be affected immensely. And like, I mean, it just sailed right over my head, and I should have known because about 4 weeks ago, a client of ours that we don't do a lot of stuff for, I mean, they don't have a lot of legal work pending, brought up to me the fact that a huge portion of their job involves pulling stone out of a quarry and then doing what with it? Trucking. It gets trucked away. And how all these independent contractors, truckers, were going to be employees now? Was he going to have to hire a fleet of truckers? And then the questions started coming through the vlog. The questions came. What about truckers? What about trucking? Are they going to kill the trucking industry? And I started looking more and more into this, and lo and behold, Uber, Lyft, they teamed up and they have a lawsuit pending to fight AB5. But the trucking industry, it's the truckers who have banded together more than anyone else, more than Uber, Lyft, more than anyone. They're the ones fighting this law. They have a lawsuit pending in state court. They have a lawsuit pending in federal court. And so far, I mean, I don't know if I say so far so good, but we're going to talk about those cases and how they're, I'm going to say, be going well for the truckers right now. And when I say right now, literally today, there's another hearing on one of the federal cases. So this AB5 issue, this law affecting independent contractors is really, truly like in motion. It is the law's there, it's been written, but its application and how it's impacting the people is creating an uproar, which is leading to lawsuits and decisions that are going to impact the law. So let's get back to what this was for. Now remember, this was a law written, AB5. It's a law that was written to make it harder to classify people as independent contractors. It was supposed to make it so that you had to make your laborers employees, not independent contractors. And why would that matter? Overtime pay, right? Employees get overtime, independent contractors don't. Healthcare, employees qualify for healthcare, independent contractors don't. Workers' compensation, that's another big one. Employees qualify for that and independent contractors don't. And I already mentioned in our prior episode, there's a lot of tax reasons. I think it was like about 8 billion reasons the state of California wants to see more employees as opposed to independent contractors. So this law was definitely written in a way to limit and make more difficult the use or the classification of a worker as an independent contractor. And it's having that effect, and that is why the truckers are rising up, banding together, and fighting two separate battles, I should say, in the war against AB5. One battle in federal court, one battle in state court. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I said...
Hold on.
You're not ready.
I
You're
am.
not ready, Luis. You
No,
say
you're not ready. You don't have
I'm ready.
your glasses on.
I don't need
Your
my glasses. I'm ready
on.
to keep going. I don't need my glasses to keep going. I said they're fighting a war on two fronts. They got two battles. One war, two battles. One's in federal, one's in state court. Before we can continue that conversation, you have to understand that federal law trumps state law. It doesn't have to do with Trump himself. It just has to do with federal law always supersedes state laws. State laws can be written to be stricter than federal, but they cannot be written to be looser. The federal is the guideline. Federal preempts. And when federal has a law, state cannot make a law to preempt it. Federal preempts state. State does not preempt federal. What does that mean? If there's a federal law in place, states need to back off. There it is. So why would they have a battle on two fronts? Why would they have a federal lawsuit and a state lawsuit? Well, there's like a choice going on. You might have some federal laws that are better for you than some state laws, or you have some state laws that are better for you. So you can kind of pick and choose, if you will. But the idea is here, the city of Los Angeles, they're the ones who started this fight in the state court. They sued 3 port trucking companies saying that they were taking advantage of their laborers by treating them as independent contractors when they should be treating them as employees. And so began the lawsuit. And that lawsuit's been raging for 2 years. And like I said, just last Wednesday, Judge Heiberger, a judge I've never appeared before, as far as I know, a judge I definitely don't know anything about, he ruled that AB5 is conflicting with an already existing federal law. The Aviation Authorization, something like that. The Federal Aviation Authorization Act of 1994. If you watch the drone episode, it's that same law. I mean, it really is the same law. What the state court is saying is there's already a federal law in place on this topic. And so AB5 needs to kind of back off, and let the federal court, the federal law, be the one that decides the regulation of these truckers, the regulation of interstate commerce, the regulation of this arena, this area that's already been regulated by federal law. So last Wednesday, what did he do? He issued a ruling, Judge Heiberger issued a ruling that said AB5 doesn't apply to truckers. Boom! Sign a pen, sign your name to it, Judge Heiberger. That's it. And just like that, AB5 doesn't apply to truckers for now, because it's not over yet. The city of LA's attorney is going to appeal. He already said he would. He's going to appeal it, and the fight will rage on. It wouldn't, wait, don't get hit by the car. All right, now that we're not hit by the car, it wouldn't be AB5 without a quick stop at Chipotle. I just want tacos. And like I said, this war has two battles raging in the federal court and battles raging in the state court. And so the state court has made its determination, at least for now. Now, it's not a final determination. It's just an injunction while the case is pending that AB5 doesn't apply to truckers, that truckers can remain independent contractors. And again, the other battle, the other front is in the federal court. So far, the federal court issued a similar injunction. They're supposed to have a new ruling today. I tried to look it up on my cell phone before so I could put it in this episode, and I didn't find anything. It just goes to show how rapidly this area of law is changing. A new law was written, supposed to be applied for January 1, 2020. What are we at? Like the 15th day of the month. And we already have multiple lawsuits, multiple interpretations, multiple revisions, people fighting and just doing whatever they can to not see their business and industry destroyed by this change of the law. And so you know what you need to do? You need to make sure you don't rely too much on this episode because, again, it's an ever-changing area of the law. Another signature from a different judge could change everything. So with that, be sure to subscribe so you can keep up with us here on Unbillable and catch another episode by clicking right down there.